Come closer, Seeker. Tonight, we unravel the tale of the silent thief. A lesson carved in shadow, stitched with silence, and branded with the price of deception. It began under a moon that knew too much. The temple stood high in the mountains, ancient, wind-worn, its guardians blind to everything except the truth it protected. And it was there, cloaked in midnight's whisper, that Kai arrived. Kai was no ordinary thief, raised in the guild of mirrors, where knowledge was hoarded and truth was bartered like gold. He learned young that the sharpest blade was silence. He never stole for riches, only for reasons. This time he sought the heart of truth, an artifact said to reveal any secret, no matter how deeply buried. Kai's people had suffered betrayal, whole villages razed, friends turned into whispers, and no answers. Only silence. He wanted the truth, even if he had to steal it, even if it meant walking through darkness alone. Slipping through the labyrinth of guards, trap-laden floors, and riddled stone, Kai moved like mist. Every step was practiced, every breath measured. He had studied the temple's layout from old scrolls and stolen blueprints. Its defenses were legendary. Some believed the temple itself was alive, watching, waiting. As he passed crumbling pillars etched with ancient warnings, he felt the presence of those who came before him. He wasn't the first to try, and he knew he might not leave. Finally, he reached the heart of the sanctum. There it stood, the artifact, resting on a pedestal as if untouched by time. A pale blue glow surrounded it, pulsing like a heartbeat. But something wasn't right. The dust on the floor had been disturbed. A single shard of broken glass glittered beneath a nearby column. And then he saw it. Tucked under the stone base, a folded note. It was addressed. To the next thief. Kai's pulse slowed. He unfolded the parchment. It wasn't just a warning, it was a confession. A whisper stirred in the silence, a voice Kai hadn't heard in years, but would never forget.
If you're reading this, you made it farther than I did, but not without a price. This truth doesn't lie, but it doesn't care who it breaks. Steal the truth and it will steal something back. Not out of cruelty, but balance. Your blood or your mind. Nothing taken ever goes unpaid. Every action has a consequence, seen or unseen, now or later.
Signed only with a symbol, a broken mirror, the insignia of someone Kai once knew, Reyna. She had vanished 3 years ago, presumed dead on a mission gone wrong. And yet her words were here, echoing from the shadows. Kai's fingers hovered over the artifact. He could feel it humming, a kind of pressure behind the eyes, a whisper in his ear that wasn't his own. He stepped back, but a vision surged forward. A battlefield, not his memory. A betrayal, not his wound. A scream! In Reyna's voice. The vision was not his, but the pain felt real. The artifact was already opening the past and making him live it. He staggered backward, breath catching in his throat. Sweat beaded at his brow. The chamber seemed to tilt around him. He clenched his jaw and pressed a palm to the stone wall, grounding himself as the echo of Reyna's agony faded. The artifact had already begun its work. His mind spun. If he took it, he might finally uncover the traitor who shattered his people. But at what cost? What if the truth it gave wasn't the one he needed, but the one it wanted him to see? What if it rewrote his memories as payment? Truth twisted is no better than a lie. He looked down at the note again, Reyna's voice ringing in his skull.
If you take it, you won't leave whole.
And for the first time, Kai hesitated, not out of fear, but doubt. He whispered into the silence, barely trusting his own voice. Is this the truth I want, or the one it wants me to see? What if I lose more than I find? His hand hovered over the artifact once more. It pulsed gently, like it was breathing, waiting. But the memory of Rayna's scream, of a soul cracked open, stopped him. His fingers curled into a fist. He turned away, slowly, deliberately, leaving the artifact untouched. He didn't return to the guild with treasure. He returned with a question, a heavier prize than gold. Who decides what truth is worth the cost of your soul? And so, Seeker, I ask you, have you ever taken something not for greed, but for truth? And when you did it set you free or chain you to something darker than the lie ever did? The Seven of Swords speaks of deception, cunning, and secrets taken in silence. But it also warns of the cost, of footprints left behind, of ghosts that follow. Sometimes the cleverest thief is the one who chooses not to steal at all. If this tale stirred something in your bones, if you've ever stepped away from temptation because your spirit whispered,
"Not this way,"
share your story below. Let it echo for those who are still standing at the edge. And if you haven't yet, ask yourself, what truth are you willing to steal? Until next time, Seeker,